Olivia and I'm from Orange County, California. Today I'm gonna get my ear styled by Johnny. I'm super excited to get my ear styled today. It's my first time, so I'm a little bit nervous for it, but I'm sure it's gonna come out great. I think it's super cool. I haven't really done much of it, but I would love to get into it more. I heard about Lulu's through a friend. She definitely recommended it and said it was absolutely amazing. And I've also seen your guys' Instagram, so I know the work is really good.
My name's Johnny and I'm the CEO of Lulu's. I consider myself not a stylist, not a piercer, more of like an in-between. You're taking the science and you're taking the art and you're putting it together. I pretty much connect the dots. So the way I got into jewelry is through my family. Our family has a rich background in the jewelry business, so growing up, I got to see a lot of the manufacturing process, the sales process, and just overall how everything works. And as far as style comes, I think it came naturally. I started noticing that certain pieces belong together, certain like shapes and personalities just mix together. So I do have a methodology when I'm dealing with clients. I do know that I have to take a point A and point Z approach. But as far as like dealing with clients, every single client's personality is different, their ears different, their desires are different, and their style is different. I can't just take a cookie cutter approach with every single client. I really have to listen to them. I have to ask the right questions and I have to really figure out what style and like what vibe they're going for and pretty much create that for them.
Are you more like a silver girl or like a gold?
Gold.
Okay,
Gold,
cool.
yeah.
Do you like a mixture of hoops, studs?
Yeah, like a mixture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the look I want to do for you, imagine pain wasn't involved, price wasn't involved, nothing was involved.
I think what excites me most about working with new clients is just the fact that it's a new client and it's a new personality. It's a new environment we're working with. It's a new ask they're gonna have. They might have a special request. So it's like, you never know what you're gonna expect with every client. It's always gonna be a fun surprise just to see how you could be challenged.
What would be like ideal like goals for your year?
I would like some like cartilage type stuff.
Yeah,
I've had that before.
like I want you to go crazy with
So when picking out designs and jewelry for certain clients, I obviously have to study the ear because that's the main thing I'm working with. And I gotta look at the shapes, I gotta look at the depth, I gotta look at the anatomy, and I gotta really see what jewelry fits with where. If her personality is something that's very like secluded and quiet and not so like showing off, then I'm gonna go with a jewelry that's a little bit more subtle. If her personality is very bright and out there, then I'm gonna go with a jewelry that's gonna stand and match her personality. So it has a little bit to do with the shape and also her personality because they both have to kind of come together.
If you want a bunch of stuff, we could do that. I want to literally create like the ideal look for you. I just kind of want to get like an idea of like what you like, what you don't like.
I honestly kind of want to go all out because I've never done this
I want to
before.
go all out too. Might as well because we have a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't go to no traditional jewelry school. I didn't go to apprentice anywhere. I mean, before I was born, my parents were already doing jewelry. I literally grew up in that environment. But as I was working every weekend with my parents, as I was going visiting the store, I just started like putting two and two together. I started connecting dots between certain jewelry pieces, certain styles. Everything just started clicking in my head and I just started figuring stuff out. And it just felt right. And when I started dealing with clients, and I started noticing their reaction and I knew like it was working, that's kind of where it clicked, where I knew like what I was doing was actually working.
You have smaller ears on the lobe, so there's not much I could do there. This opening here is very large, so there's a lot. I could definitely do something very creative with the inside part of the ear. Cartilage, we could definitely put hoops, and then you have a nice flat part here as well.
So I grew up in a household where my father was on the craftsman side and my mother was on like the artistic side. It kind of influenced me and molded me to who I am today. So I would say one of the biggest challenges is pretty much working within the rules of the client. So some clients would give me very specific rules and they would give me a very specific budget to work within. So I have to figure out what would be the most efficient, most nicest, and most beautiful look for that person, for that budget, for that style, for that particular person. And then I have a more affluent crowd that doesn't have any limitation, doesn't have any budget, and gives me the full freedom to just do any kind of artistic expression I feel like doing.
Do you want to go for like a bling vibe, an elegant vibe? Like what do you think?
Maybe like an elegant vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that way we don't have to go too crazy with the gems or too large because I don't put like these big rocks in
Oh.
here. Yeah, you're gonna like it. I can already see it.
So what makes me very different from everyone else is I take a very natural approach. I don't try to like force the idea. I just try to take all the aspects of what everyone does and I pretty much try to just connect the dots between the client, the jewelry, the piercing, and the anatomy, and I just make it all flow together. It's not something you could teach, it's not something you can learn. You just kind of go everything based on how you feel. And when you feel it, it just works out right, and then they're happy, and it all just works out perfectly.
Wow. That is so good, something I like want it in like real life now.
Let me see.
It's so pretty.
You had the shape for that part of the ear, so I was
Yeah.
like, it's flat enough to where the jewelry would stay the way it is.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
like wanting all these piercings.
So I spoke to her about her style and what kind of jewelry she's into and her personality, and I figured that she really likes a lot of gold and she likes a lot of bling, and she's gonna step out of her comfort zone. So I had two sides to work with. On her left side, we decided to do something a little bit more out there, a little bit more crazy, a little bit more blingy. On the left side, we decided to do something a little bit more elegant, but still have a little bit of artistic side to it. She said she loves butterflies, and she was actually wearing butterfly necklaces. So I was like, let me create a butterfly design on her actual ear to match it. And then we also decided to implement a zodiac sign to her trigger piercing, just because the zodiac sign that she's Capricorn, so we decided to put that there just to kind of give it more of a personal feel.
My experience was absolutely amazing. Johnny did such a great job and I love it so much. Better than what I expected. I love butterflies, so he really made it super personalized with the little butterfly, and he put my zodiac sign, so I absolutely love the whole entire thing. I feel glam, I feel like a new girl, like I love it. I would have to say either the butterfly he made or the zodiac sign. Yes, I loved all the options that were presented to me. There were so many things to choose from and like so many pretty hoops and diamonds and studs. It was really cool. Yeah, this is definitely something that I would do in the future. Now that I have my ear completely styled, I actually want to get these piercings. Like, just go for it. Like, it's painless, it's pretty, like you get new like jewels and everything, so that's cool. So I say definitely go for it, don't be scared. It's definitely worth a try and I love it. And you'll love it too. And by the way, make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Working with Olivia was probably the easiest client ever. She was the closest thing to a sculpture. She did not move. She stayed in place. She was very easy to work with, very easy to talk to. She had very straightforward answers. She pretty much knew what she wanted, but she also gave me a lot of freedom to do what I want to as well. So one side was kind of what she wanted, another one was kind of what I wanted to do for her to match her personality. So it was a good combination, it was a good mixture, it was a good collaboration with both of us. If you want to experience this for yourself, go ahead and click the link in the description section below to book a virtual styling appointment with me.